it up and say, y'all.
So this poem right here is called Love. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 to 5. But know this, that in the last days perilous times will come. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure, rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying its power. And from such people turn away. Love. It's a nice depiction. Don't assume its projection is consumed afflictions. Don't confuse the resurrection with the climax of humans' trailer conflictions. But shouldn't love, have its petition? Shouldn't oppression, confessions, boycott for repetitions, reparations? How could Jesus, who's 100% God and 100% man, command perfection to stand in the paralyzed condition of sin, in the paralysis of Satan's legions to jingle his own bell festivity, that his majors they greeted a course to win? A medium that stations a channel, adores an indication of self-love, self-care, self-help, self-comfort, self-serving, self-protection, self-assurance, self-endorsement. Be selfish, not selfless. Be selfish, be self-plus. Pretend you have gills to drink chlorine as you were given lungs that contract on land. Bleach the bruise and pills with your history, dare sincerely. You blotted your own plans. Don Joe, anticipate with me that you're Romeo and I'm Juliet, that our rhymes can mirage a couplet. As loneliness knees crouch at the floor, I will tune the pitch of heaven that is keyed, so your organ can enlist God's chords.
Spit poet.
Spit poet.
John chapter 13, verse 34 and 35. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, as I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this all will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. You see my protection as a lack of affection. As a man puts his jacket in the calamity of a puddle, security was aircrafted. As frostbite being rejected by a huddle. I call you to be selfless, not selfish, not selfless. The only addition you have is when you equated sin. Remember Adam, when I pinched his skin while he was awakened in a slumber. A helper comparable to him, and 2 was the number. My bride was asleep, but love was not yet pleased. As the portion of a blessed youth proposed after his sneeze. You hear it many of times, just like John 3:16. Blinded by what is kind, by the very breath you can't see. As you exhale a distance, I will inhale persistence. Just as the blood that polished the nails, just as my cries that trampled over yells, my pursuit has always been the parachute for your fall. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. You bungeed from my womb, but I zip-lined you back because I first loved you, because I first comforted you, because I first served you, because I first secured you, protected you, corrected you, spoken to you, seen first you, helped first you, sheltered, encouraged, disciplined, blessed first you, listened, insisted, read, faithful, loyal, welcomed first you. Remember when you tried to exile my companionship, abandoning my vulnerability with a kiss? That deceit was an appetizer. The devil does come as an angel of light, but my mystery is bliss. That's why as the palm of my hand was open, as my body was stretched in its obtuse direction, of the fullness of my affection, even so you still sustain for my objection, but I'll continue to pray for you and make intercession. And I know minimum wage is offered by sin's profession. That's why I editorize this day to alleviate any tension. The masseuse that crossword this page when you're puzzled by the very letters that title, crease this paper's indention with my name. I will always choose to love you. Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there's any virtue and if there's anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. Woo!